Get high, get high, take the protein to the sky. Get high, get high, get high, get high, take the protein to the sky. Put that fiber in your waist. Drink that water every day. Exercise, energize. Strength and tone at your own pace. Oh, get low, get low, get low, get low. On the carbs, on the carbs. Get high, get high, get high, get high. Take the protein to the sky. Low carb queen is here to stay. Do weight loss in your own way. Just watch the carbs that intake. Throw that processed food away. Yeah, yeah. Get low, get low, get low, get low. On the carbs, on the carbs. Get high, get high, get high, get high. Take the protein to the sky. Yeah, get low, 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 get low. On the carbs. Get low, 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 get low. On the carbs, yeah.
Hello.
Get low, get low, get.
Hey guys, how are you? Hey Harjari, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, happy birthday to me. Today is my birthday. So I hope y'all have had a great week so far. I hope all is well. Thank you for coming in. Don't forget to thumbs up the live when you do come in. I would appreciate that so much. Uh, and How is everything going? Y'all, I was so tired. Oh my gosh, I was so tired today. Um, and I know I always talk about tired, but I don't think it was from the GLP-1. I think, well, first of all, I was up late at night because my family has a tradition. Oh Lord. They have a tradition. Who's going to be the first to say happy birthday? So, needless to say, I was asleep last night. They start at 12 o'clock. That's what I'm trying to say. They start at midnight. Start calling, texting, and wishing a happy birthday. Hey, Joshua, how are you? Thank you. Thank you so much. So they start at midnight wishing everybody, hey, L. Lewis, how are you? Thank you. They start wishing everybody a happy birthday at midnight. So the phone starts ringing. You start getting text messages. Hey, Michelle's there. Thank you. How are you? So glad to have you in the building. So I was trying to stay woke because I knew what was going to happen. And I was dozing off. And sure enough, I got a phone call from my oldest daughter. She's in Philadelphia. And then the girls that I have here, the three girls that I have here, they knocked on the door and came in my room. Excuse me, to wish me a happy birthday. As y'all can see, I am not downstairs. I'm upstairs in my room. Normally, I like to, go live from the same place, from the kitchen, because it's, low carb queen. But I was so tired today. And so I was up late on the phone. And you know how you're sleepy and tired, and then once you get like past a certain hour or a certain amount of time, your sleepiness sort of subsides a little bit. That's how I was. So we're woke, we're conversating. And I was on the phone with my daughter, like I said, from Philadelphia for about an hour. That was after the midnight hour. So I did not even get back to sleep until about 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh my gosh. And I was just like, oh, I could just skate through the day because, I only work part time. But yeah, when I came in, somebody was out. So they had asked me, they had me sub. And that just took a toll. That just reminded me, okay, you're retired and you need to stay retired, okay? Stay retired because those children tired me out. When I say tired me out, as my aunt used to say, I was whipped to a frazzle. Whipped to a frazzle, okay? But yes, happy birthday to me. I'm so grateful to see another year. Very grateful to see another year. And yeah, I got some flowers. These are so pretty. I have to put them in water. Like I said, I said, look at that, y'all. Aren't those so pretty? Yes, they're real. Those are so pretty. They're just beautiful. I love flowers. And yeah, so I gotta get a vase and put them in there. I got some cards, plenty of cards. I got some gifts, plenty of cards. And I got some gifts and I got some cupcakes, for which I took one. One of the cupcakes, I'm like, okay, it's all good. You see, that one is on its way out the door. And I got some other things. One of my daughters went to my website, to my Etsy shop. She orders a bunch of shirts. And yeah, no, no. It's my daughter now. Hey, Leah, I'm live. You remember you? I knew you were. I almost didn't call you. Okay, I'll call you after you're done. Okay. Love you. Love you more. So yeah, so it's been a great birthday. The children were singing happy birthday, and then one of the teachers initiated putting it on the board and having all the kids sign it. That was so cute. I thought that was so cute. I took a picture of it. And so it's been a great birthday. I'm especially, like I said, grateful for life, health, and strength, as they say. So tonight, I wanted to talk briefly about. It took me a minute to get my to get my thumbnail up. What happens when the weight changes everything? We do have some trivia, and I wanted to talk about that topic. Like when people were getting the weight loss surgery, that was really, really popular. But also their lifestyles and life choices began to change drastically. And that was across all aspects of their life. And that's something I felt like, we can think about, and just be aware of, some for the good, some of the changes for the good, and some, not so good. Because a lot of times people lose weight looking for happiness, a form of happiness. And of course, you want to be healthier. And of course, losing weight should make you feel happy, but it's not going to solve all of your happiness problems. That's the issue. And so when it doesn't solve the happiness problems that you were expecting it to solve, then that can probably, leave some people with disappointment and, just trying to find another way to fill the quote unquote happiness void, which is why I'm a firm believer that, you should be happy. Oh, thank you, Harjarine. That you should be happy all by yourself, like, And maybe that might be easy for me to say because I'm an only child, but that you should be happy, just by yourself. You should not rely on anybody to make you happy. That's what I'm trying to say in a nutshell. So, yeah, you definitely don't want to do that because the same people that can make you happy can. Thank you, Harjari. Oh my gosh. Thank you so, so much. Oh my God. Harjari just gifted me something. Thank you so. I appreciate you so, so much, Harjari. So, if a person can make you happy, and they are solely responsible for your happiness, then that person can also make you unhappy. So you might want to be aware of making yourself happy, period, because weight loss is not going to solve the I'm so unhappy problem. Okay. Any non-scale victories from anybody? I had a non-scale victory, which I've already had, but I heard somebody talking. I think it was Delilah who was saying that she was wearing the same clothes that she wore when she was heavier, and I think she's lost like 200 pounds. But I'm definitely wearing the same clothes. I haven't bought any new clothes yet. I may have bought a piece here or there, but not anything major. And so my leggings that I wear, I put them on this morning because it's a little cool here. And that's my non-scale victory. I mean, they were literally falling off. I kept having to pull them up, go in the restroom every few minutes. Every time I start walking at work, go in the restroom and pull these leggings up. I was like, okay, well, and I know, Harjari, you said, well, I think it was you who said a while ago, you're going to have to let those leggings go. One day, I think I was walking outside and I was like, oh my God. And I did buy something recently, some non-mentionables, and they were a 2X. I was in shock. I was like, let me take a chance because I just, I've always worn 3X and above. And the 3X was with a will and a prayer, whether it was a top or bottom or anything in between. So when I bought this 2X, and I was like, oh my God, I have to let these go. Harjurine says, only we can make ourselves happy. Oh, listen, absolutely, absolutely. The reason I started my therapy up again and got on the right medication, absolutely. We are the only ones who can make ourselves happy. We can't hold people responsible for that. You talked to your dietitian today. Okay. How did that go? Did you do a video about how it went, or you gonna wait until talk about it on your live? Yes. Yes, I have to let those go. So I'm gonna have to buy me some more leggings, y'all. Um, oh my gosh. Sis, how you doing? Thank you. Thank you so much. I saw your text this morning. Thank you. I am currently live on Low Carb Queen, but I'm gonna call you back. Oh no, that's okay. We just conversating. All right. All right, bye-bye. So yeah, that's a non-scale victory. Okay, you said it went good. Let's see. You said you talked about it on my workout. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go and look at it. I saw you doing the what was it, the flank? I saw you doing that today when I got home, I was looking through all the videos. But let me tell y'all, when I tell y'all I was worn out. Well, I'm glad it went good. Hey Joe, how are you? So glad to have you in the building. Thank you so much. What? She only wants you to, yeah, the planks. She only wants you to do 1,300 calories. Wow. Yeah, the minimum my dietitian said for me is 1,200. The minimum. I think she said, no, she said 1,700. Between 17 and I forgot. 2150 or something like that. But of course, our weights are different, so that's why everybody's journey is different. Hey, Felicia Marie, how are you? How are you? So glad to have you in the building. Thank you so much. 90 grams of protein. Yes. I'm really, that's a good thing. I'm really like excited about that information from last week about the protein because it's so hard to get protein in and then those high levels of protein that, previously people have been trying to get in. So I'm glad that that was helpful and useful. It was definitely helpful and useful to me. Um, you said I'm so close to my goal weight. That's why I think she is saying that. Oh, okay. Yeah, to your goal weight. What's your goal weight, Harjarine? Because you look great. You absolutely look great. And you're tall. I used to think I was tall till I went to the doctor and found out I was shrunk. Joe says, I'm just getting ready for bed and saw that it was your birthday. Oh, thank you. I had to stop by and wish you a blessed birthday and many happy returns of the day. Thank you. Thank you so much. I didn't forget about you either, Joe. I'm a little slow, but like slow pace. But I didn't forget about you. Um, Woo, mercy. Okay, everybody is speaking. Okay, and she wants you to do 100. That's interesting. 120 ounces of water. Because right now they're like my minimum is 64. That's the minimum. Doesn't mean I can't do more. And I'm doing more than that. That's a good feeling. Okay, 168. Is that your goal? That's your goal weight? 168? Yeah. I think that's what I asked you. Yeah. Everybody is. Yes, yes. Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember you. I remember you saying that. That's exactly why you have to drink so much water. Absolutely. I mean, we all should drink a lot of water. It takes a minute to resonate. Most people that I've been listening to have talked about how they didn't lose as much as they expect, especially on the U.S. side. They didn't lose as much as they expected to lose on the GLP-1 medication in the first year. They did not lose as much, and so I think for me that's because it's taking a minute for me to really ingest the differences of what I have to do in terms of eating right and looking at this as a science. Bless Ro, how you doing? So glad to have you in the building. This is one of my OG friends and OG YouTube friends, okay? If y'all don't have Bless Ro, please go and check her out. As a matter of fact, if you type um, get low in the chat, then your channel should come up. I can't remember whether it was an exclamation mark get low or just get low. I think last week it was an exclamation mark, and I think I went in and tried to change it. So we'll see. Joe, before you go to sleep, put your type in get low so that we can everybody can connect with your channel. Do that for me. Felicia speaking. Is it missing the video or skip you? I don't know. It's pretty clear over here on my end. It's pretty clear over here. So I don't know. But yeah, she does. Bless Row does some serious cooking. Some serious cooking. Yes. Just watch until you fall asleep, because that's what I do sometimes when I have when I have stuff on my TV. Oh, okay. That's what they're saying. Go out and come back in. Oh, you see now. Guess what, Joe? You see, I tried to do what you told me to do last week, and you see what it says. Invalid. It put your channel up there, but you know where you said put it in, put that user ID in. It says invalid variable. So that means I'm gonna have to go back and fix it, figure out what I did wrong. Because I took a remember last week, Joe, I took a picture of it. So yeah, we have to go back and fix that. But don't forget, y'all. Type in get low, and it should come up. People are speaking. Kim J. Oh, tell her I said thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. Yes, indeed. Oh, okay. Okay. So it's parentheses user ID instead. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Thank y'all. Thank you for helping me with my programming skills. My programming skills. So I'm taking a picture so I can go back and fix it. All right, everybody is speaking. So let's jump into some trivia questions, and then we're going to talk about the changes that happen with weight loss. So I hope y'all are going to be able to see these questions clear. All right. Let me share my screen. That's what I'm trying to do right this minute is share the screen. Joe said that's what's in my night bot. Okay. All right. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at it. You know, it's like putting together something that you buy and you have to go back and put it together. You want to put it together without reading all the directions step by step and piece by piece. I don't know why we like to do that. Okay, let's see. All right, let's look at our first trivia question. What macronutrient helps you feel full the longest? Which one helps you feel full the longest? Is it A, B, C, or D? Carbs, fat, protein, or sugar? Carbs, fat, protein, or sugar? Hey, Blessed Family Fun. Hi, how are you? So glad to have you in the building. Um, which one is it, guys? Okay, Joe says C. She says C for protein. And protein it is. Uh, Joe, you know your stuff when it comes to this weight loss journey. All right. Anybody else? Yes, Michelle says C as well. All right, let's see. What organ in your body is primarily responsible for regulating your metabolism? Yes, indeed. Pancreas, A, thyroid gland, B, liver, C, kidneys, D. What organ in your body is primarily responsible for regulating your metabolism? Guys, which one is that? Arjurine put A, and Joe put B with the question mark. All right. It is B, thyroid gland. I definitely knew that one because I take a thyroid medication. Michelle also said B. Yeah, that's why I knew that one. Because I have an underactive thyroid. All right, next question. What's the minimum number of minutes the CDC recommends for moderate intensive activity per week? Moderate intensive activity per week. Per week. 75 minutes a week, 100 minutes a week, 150 a week, or 200 a week. My goal for this week has been to exercise or get some movement for 20 minutes, not not including my walking that I do at work, which, by the way, let's see. So yeah, I've done good. I walked Monday. I exercised yesterday. I mean, I exercised. I got on the hula hoop. I did my weights. I did all of that in 20 minutes. Okay, I had a video from Grow with Joe. I'm trying to see. Okay, so I'm at 4,977 steps, 3.57 kilometers or kilometers, whichever. So yeah. Okay, let's see what y'all say here. So I have to exercise tonight before I go to bed, and I will. Joe says A, Michelle says C, Harjarine says C. Let's see. I didn't know this one. 150 minutes, C. Yes. So I guess depending on how you look at it, 20 to 30 minutes a week. I guess. Yeah. If you count Sunday to Sunday, don't get me doing math. Let me hurry up and skip that question before I start doing math. Uh, Thank you, Stella. How are you? I appreciate you for being in the building. Thank you. Okay, next question. Which hormone is released after eating and helps you feel full? Is it cortisol, ghrelin, leptin, or estrogen? The only reason why I know this is because I have the answer key. That's what I used to tell my students. They were like, "You messed up. You got that." I'm like, "That's why they give teachers answer keys." Okay, take me off the pedestal. I'm just here trying to help you get where you need to go, but doesn't mean I'm not gonna make a mistake. All right, which one, guys? A, B, C, or D? Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Stella. Harjarine says B and Joe says C. I'm gonna have to go over to my channel and see. As you know, it's not showing up over here. Okay, let's see. Leptin, C. It was C. Okay. All right. Joe, you like I said, you know your stuff there. What's the most metabolically active tissue in your body? Well, we know it's not fat. Muscle, skin, or bone? A, fat, B, muscle, C, skin, or D, bone. The most metabolically active tissue in your body. Interesting. Metabolically active. We know the largest one. The largest, well, that's an organ, right? The skin is an organ. I'm telling you, eating and weight loss is a science. It's a real science, y'all. Like, who knew? Who knew? All my life, I've been eating for pleasure, not for nutrition purposes, not for health purposes. Eating, getting rewarded food when you do something good, getting rewarded food when you go somewhere, you go out to eat, all of that. It's been totally for pleasure. All right. All right, let's see. The answer is B. Let's see who had B. Okay. Okay. Joe and Michelle. Listen, Arjurine, I'm telling you, I didn't know these questions either, for real. What type of fat is considered healthy and can lower bad cholesterol? Trans fat, saturated fat, unsaturated fat, or hydrogenated fat? Which one of those is considered healthy? Isn't that something? We have healthy fat and can lower bad cholesterol. It's either B or C, I think. I can't remember which one. Saturated fat or unsaturated fat? Like, somebody should do a whole thing on what's the difference. Okay. Hey, Kim J, Sweet Healthy Life. So glad to have you in the building. Auntie Mama's Kitchen is in the building. Hey, how are you, sis? How's it going? Okay, Kim J has chimed in. She says, C. We've had Harjarine B, Joe D, and Auntie Mama B. Let's see. Unsaturated fat. Look at Kim J. She can't slip right on in there. Listen. Okay, which organ plays the biggest role in detoxifying the body naturally? Detox. Which organ detoxes your body naturally? Kidneys, liver, lungs, stomach. I mean, gut health is paramount. We know that. But which one? Which one? It's either the kidneys or the liver. All right, Harjarine. Okay, let's see. Auntie Mama is speaking to everyone. Harjarine says, hi. Oh, thank you. You couldn't get on for nothing. It happens. Okay, we've got B's. A. Joe says A. Felicia says B. Harjarine says B. Auntie Mama says B. Kim says B. All right, let's see. Which organ plays the biggest role in detoxifying the body? B. The bees have it. Yes, 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 yes. Let's see. You said I've been playing the whole time, looking on TV. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate you being in here. Listen, I appreciate. Oh, Calamity is struggling with her phone. Listen, it's okay. Joe said I'm losing points. I'm not keeping score. I'm not keeping score. Uh, uh, uh. I should have did like a prize, a score or something. All right, question 8. Drinking an extra glass of water before meals may help with what aspect of weight management? Appetite control, fat storage, sleep quality, or hydration levels. There's always been some controversy about this. Not necessarily controversy, a difference of opinions about this question. Drinking an extra glass of water before meals may help with what aspect of weight management? What do y'all say? What do you say? JC, hey, how are you? So glad to have you in the building. Calamity James, I had to restart. Oh, okay. To the internet king. I understand that. Let's see. We've got some answers. A. I'm not sure if Joe's answer is going with this question or the last question. Kim J said, I've gotten all of them right, but one. Got the Lipton one wrong. Yeah, some of the stuff I'm surprised. All right, let's see. Appetite control, yes. Appetite control. Yeah, like drink. I guess you will get full quicker if you drink water first. We've got 2 more questions. Which mineral supports muscle function and can reduce cramping? I definitely know this one, but I think sometimes you can take too much of this. Is it zinc A, calcium B, potassium C, or iron D? I really feel like that because I have been taking a lot, like one a day lately. Your body will speak to you. You just have to know your own body. I was feeling a little funny. And then you just start going through like, what did I do differently? What am I doing? What have I done? And so I just cut back on my daily dose of this. And yeah, I believe it helped. Let's see. Okay, we've got thank you. Thank you, Kim J. Don't forget to thumbs up the live. Okay, we've got C, C, D, and B. And Marjorie says too much potassium is bad for the kidneys, too little is bad for the heart. Okay, so she just told us potassium. Yes, indeed. Yep, too much. Too much or too little. I didn't know too little was bad for the heart. But I know sometimes when people are tired a lot, you can take potassium and that'll help. But one of those is the potassium or calcium that has trouble digesting in your body, like being absorbed in your body. Anybody know anything about that? We're not doctors, and I'm definitely not, any kind of specialist. I'm just sharing information. If anybody knows anything about that, put it in the chat. Question 10 is our last question. What type of exercise combines strength training? What type of exercise combines strength training and cardio in short bursts? I've seen this, but I didn't know what it was called. So is it A, Pilates, B, yoga, C, HIIT, or D, CrossFit? Which one? Yeah. Strength training and cardio in short bursts. Yes, Harjreen says C. Harjreen said, I'm looking around like when I say that. Joe, I'm looking around like when I say that. Felicia says C. Kim J, C. Harjreen C. Let's see. You said, Joe said calcium plates can form in your vessels and arteries. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, Felicia is a quick draw McGraw. Okay, let's see. Yes, it is the HIIT. Okay. The high intensity interval training. I've seen that. I just didn't know what it was called. That's like a real thing. Okay. So yeah, that's our trivia for tonight. You guys did great. Miss Sadie sends birthday wishes. Oh, tell her I said thank you. Thank you so much. Y'all coming in late. Y'all see my flowers. I'm at the wrong camera. Flowers. Aren't they beautiful? They are so pretty. My daughter's got these. I love flowers. I know they don't last long, but they make you smile. They are so pretty. I gotta put them in water. And I will put them in water. Let's see. I'm getting the texts. Do you love the Queen? Have you? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Kim J, I appreciate you so much. Thanks. Yes, those flowers are. Don't forget, guys, to type "get low" in the chat, and your channel will come up. I have to go back and revamp some things. Joe has corrected my paper, so I have to go back and make further corrections from last week so that your actual channel name will come up. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. She said loves the trivia. Yeah, so you see where I could probably pull it up and fix it. You see where it says invalid variable? That's where I changed it last week, and I have to change it again. I appreciate y'all so much. So I wanted to talk about, and just remember this, the data is coming mostly from people who have lost a significant amount of weight through weight loss surgery. All of the data, of course, since the GLP-1 is new, the medication, so all of the data in terms of, 10 years or more, all of it is not in, and not fully collected to determine if the same things happen. But in general, with weight loss, the topic tonight is when the weight changes everything. And so, I know that people who have lost a lot of weight, and definitely y'all chime in, and if anybody wants to come up and talk about it, I will drop the link. But I do know that when people lose a significant amount of weight, of course, their lifestyle changes completely. Their social, their emotional, Again, we talked earlier about happiness, being happy. Don't rely on weight loss to totally make you happy. But a lot of things change for a lot of people. So I just wanted to, just to hit on that and talk about that a little bit. Okay. Um, because we always look at it in terms of a physical change. Oh, thank you, Joe. Oh my gosh. Kitty K is in the building. Y'all coming through. Hey, Kitty K. Let me see. Thank you so much. Yes, type the word get low and your channel will drop. Hey, Kenzie K, how are you? Joe, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. You said Ninja Turtle to the rescue. Oh my gosh. So I know that a lot of things change for people when they lose weight. So we just want to talk about it and look at it just a little bit. And this is for informational purposes only. You take it, you evaluate it. If you want, you reflect on it, and definitely, talk about it. Let's, talk about it and see what's what. So the first thing is, let me pull it up. So I just won't be like reading to y'all. Yes, can you go join my channel, please? Can you go on, jump in? Thank you. That's Shelly Fonte. So let me share this piece. So I don't know if y'all can see that, but it says studies show major weight loss often reshapes more than the body. Yes, that's what I wanted to focus on tonight. We know it changes the body, but what else does it change? So looking at this, and like I said from the beginning, most of this data is coming from weight loss surgery. Okay, people who got weight loss surgery. But I mean, if you lose 100 pounds or 200 pounds, it's still a lot of weight regardless of how you lose it. Maybe the advantage, or is there an advantage, like if you're losing it gradually? I think you definitely lose it quicker on the weight loss surgery than you would on the GLP-1. Maybe it depends. I'm not sure. Just speculating. So 13% of married participants divorced or separated within 5 years of a weight loss surgery. Okay. 18% of unmarried individuals married within the same time frame. Okay, within 5 years of surgery. They lost a lot of weight and got married. The larger the weight loss, the bigger the lifestyle and social shifts. I'm going over here to check. Oh, Kendi Cake, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Say happy birthday, sunshine. Thank you so much. Y'all are just wonderful. I appreciate y'all so much. Oh my gosh. Oh no, that's okay. You're fine. You're fine. So yeah, like, 13% of married participants divorce or separate. That probably sounds like the spouse is not as supportive. Maybe. I don't know. What do y'all think? Maybe not as supportive, or the person just has a new mindset. Sometimes people want to disassociate themselves with some aspects of their past. And so if they were, really overweight, sometimes they might want to dissociate. That's not a reason to get divorced, of course. But again, we're just having a conversation. Oh, Felicia Marie. Yes, I love y'all too. Shelly Fonte is in the building. Hey, Shelly Fonte. That's my daughter, y'all. El Lewis sent a message to Harjareen. And so, yeah, these are some things that, again, beyond, this is a topic about beyond the weight loss. It's just not about the weight loss. We have to be mindful of that. There's an identity shift. After significant transformation, People's self-concept changes. You may no longer identify with old habits, environments, or routines. Well, we know that to be true. We know, you're not identifying with your old eating habits, definitely your old environments, and definitely not your old routines. Like I was talking earlier about, using food as pleasure, as a reward, those types of things, rather than eating for health reasons or nutrition purposes. I mean, whoever, we learned, of course, when you put together a meal, you get a meat, a starch, and a vegetable. I mean, that's all I learned. I didn't know the meaning behind it or anything. That's just what you were supposed to have. You're supposed to have your meat, you're supposed to have your starch, and you're supposed to have a vegetable. You did. Now Sundays you might get two of the above. Sunday's dinner. But yeah, for a well-balanced meal, that's all I could remember learning about, for in terms of eating for any type of nutritional purposes. And like I said, did not have any idea what the meaning was behind it. Okay, Harjareen is speaking to L. Lewis. Somebody is speaking to Felicia. Yes, yes. That's my baby girl. That's the youngest. My mother used to say, "Woo, you're gonna have one just like you." And she would just be like, how parents do their mouth, you're gonna have one just like you. Well, there she is. Relationship ripple effects. Partners may feel insecure or jealous. Friends may not understand. Healthy communication and shared goals are key to maintaining connections. Do y'all agree with that? You know, your spouse may feel insecure or jealous. I mean, this is not in every case. Sometimes people, encourage you or are happy for you, when you are losing weight. And then sometimes, you might get somebody like, no, I don't lose too much now. Don't be doing that. It just depends. It depends. Friends may not understand. Let's see. Uh okay, Harjareen says they're speaking to each other. To Lewis, Harjareen says check your Venmo. And somebody is speaking, Kendi K is speaking to Felicia and Shelly Fonte. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to get myself together. Y'all are so nice. Oh my gosh. I'm just like floored. Oh my gosh. Oh, Lewis, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Calamity Jane, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Y'all are wonderful. Oh my gosh. Was not expecting. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. I'm overwhelmed. I'm just like Felicia said, I asked my husband if he would feel different about me if I lost all my weight. He told me he didn't fall in love with my body. He fell in love. Oh, that's so wonderful. He fell in love with my soul. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my goodness, I love that. And actually, my second husband said something like that to me prior to us getting married with the weight loss. Now, he had been overweight, so he absolutely knew what it was to be overweight. Tony's about 6'2". He had showed me a picture of himself when he was about 450 something pounds. So he knew what it meant because that was like a prayer for me. It was that was deep. We can talk about that at another time, but yeah. but he absolutely knew what it was. But he was like, look, same thing. Like, I fell in love with your mind. Whatever comes with the package, it is what it is. And, listen, there are people like that out there. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you, Kitty K. That is so nice. Thank you. Thank you for every super chat, every super. Y'all are so wonderful. That's a good thing. So we have to be mindful, and even if your spouse or your friends are not saying anything, um, just maybe kind of encourage them or strike up a conversation about it, or if you're feeling, some type of way, or if you feel like they're feeling something. Oh, thank you, Kendi K. Thank you. So, I just appreciate y'all so much. I'm overwhelmed. I am. Emotional phases. Transformation often includes grief for old self, uncertainty, and rediscovery. It's normal to be to feel both excitement and loss. This part, I don't know how y'all feel about this, but this is so true for me. I really do believe that transformation also includes grief for the old self, uncertainty, and rediscovery, because so often, like, in times past, and even I still have my moments of, and this is my own self-diagnosis of self-sabotage. And it's when you say that, it just sounds so and so offensive, and so like, why would you do that? But it's not an intentional type thing. It's like, if you've lost some weight and you're feeling good, it's part of that reward system. Oh, well, let me reward myself with something that I don't normally eat, But sometimes you can overindulge, and then that's when it turns into that self-sabotage. And let's face it, y'all, being comfortable, you know, um, sometimes people are more comfortable in their era or old habits than they are with the struggle and consistency of change. You know, is anybody feeling what I'm feeling? Understand where I'm coming from? Calamity. Let's see. Says, I met my husband. I was 150. He's been with me for 12 years and married for 10. So he's seen me at all sizes. He just wants me healthy. Absolutely. That is wonderful. That's wonderful. Yes. Yes, because when those changes start coming, the person is gonna have to love you no matter what. No matter what. Well, that's what we say, right? that they're gonna that they're gonna love you no matter what. So yeah, you know, you have to be mindful of that. You absolutely. All right, let's get to the next point. Oh, let's see. Calamity said, I also asked my husband at what age would he care if I let myself go. That's funny. He, of course, asked why, and I said, I just want to eat ice cream for every meal. Oh my gosh. Calamity, we're gonna have to do a collab. We're gonna have to do a collab about online dating or something. That's funny. What age would he be comfortable? Listen, it's something else. All right, let me move on because let me see. My mind has just like went down, boop, memory lane in the quickness. So I'm gonna move on. When others remind you of the old you, sometimes people in your past mirror who you once were. Well, that happens on any level, not just weight loss. It's okay to create distance while maintaining respect and compassion. Wow. Yeah, people will try to remind you. People try to do that with anything. If a person, was on drugs or wasn't, I mean, that's why people get you know how people get nicknames like Pee Wee, Pookie, and it's just like Why is this 50-year-old person being called Pookie? Because that's what they were called when they were little. Oh, my little Pookie. And so the name just stuck. Like they have so far, they have passed Pookie, okay, but still being called Pookie, you know. Somebody asked me, my daughters, one of their uncles' nicknames is Shing. And I mean, people they don't even think about it. Like just like, hey Shing, how you doing? Hey Shing. Like it's a whole name. That's not his given name. And so one of the girls asked me, like, where did that name come from? Like Shane. And I was I was like, his aunt used to say, oh, my little Shane, come here, little Shane. Nowadays people talk to their little children, in real English sentences. So yeah, so now he's, in his 70s and he's still being called Shane. But it has taken on a different tone because nobody knew. So yes, of course, when people try to remind you of the old you or your old past, or just try to, you could have lost, you could go into a room, let's say you went to a reception or anything, and you could have lost 50, 60, 70, 100 pounds. If you pick up a cupcake or whatever, it's like, oh, you're gonna eat that cupcake? Like, yo, mind your business. I have lost 100 pounds. I think I can regulate what I eat or not. But it's just like a reminder of the past. So let's see. Let's see what y'all say. I know that was funny. Calamity Jane said. Marjorie is laughing. Felicia says, I give I grieve myself every 20 pounds I lose because I know I will not see that version of me again. Wow. That's interesting. I love your transparency, by the way. Y'all make me feel good about oversharing. Because my kids say, Mom, you overshare. Um Arjurine is laughing at Calamity Jane. Yeah, that was funny. Calamity Jane says, it's good to have that grieving period. Celebrate the body that tried to do its best despite ourselves. That is so good. Yes, that's good. That's really good because you just like, you know, I get in my feeling some type of way. It's not necessarily you still embracing the new you, but let's face it, it's going through a process. And this particular process, we don't have any control over. Okay. Like, I've been trying to lock my hair for years. Okay. I had said when I start getting older and my hair starts turning gray, I'm just going to lock it. But there's a process in locking your hair. And I just hate that process. So I always, you know, a quarter of the way, a third of the way in, I always cut that process out, And my daughter, who's one of my daughters in Philly, who's a loctician, she has so many jobs. she's a actual science teacher, but her weekend side job is a loctician because she has lots. But she's like, Mom, you have to go through that process. It's not a pretty process. You have to go through it. And so, this particular process of weight loss, sometimes it's not pretty. Sometimes it's not pretty, period. We talked about a little bit of that last week, not having control of where the weight, how you lose the weight, or which part of your body loses the weight. So let's see. Felicia says, right, JC, I will always give thanks to my 345-pound past self because I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for her. Oh, wow. That's deep. That is. But I'll tell you one thing, yeah. Um, when you start, well, prior to me being on the GLP-1, when I started climbing back up, you know, even though I've had moments of, self-sabotaging, eating, a bag of chips or whatever, overindulging, I knew that I did not want to climb back up that ladder. I wanted to be nowhere near the 400 that I was almost at. No, not even close. So that's why I took a chance on the GLP-1 medication. Like, no, I'm not, whatever it takes to help me, I'm not going back. Don't forget to thumbs up the live, guys. And don't forget to drop the word get low in the chat so that we can connect with your channel. Okay, let me get over here. Nope, I don't want to share that. Let's see. Positive growth. Weight loss can open doors to new hobbies, confidence, and communities. Focus on what feels aligned with your new lifestyle. Absolutely. Absolutely. It can open up new doors, new hobbies. Now, is there anybody who feels like, okay, I've lost the weight, but I'm really not that different? You know, I'm not really doing a whole bunch of things different than what I used to do, aside from eating, of course. And you may have picked up a hobby or two, but as far as like, social life, going different places now that you're smaller or something like that, has anybody felt that? Let's see. Arjun says, I agree with that. Okay. You agree with this current slide or the last one about the personal growth? It can open doors to hobbies, confidence, communities. I mean, it can open doors when you think about it. It can, because there was places that maybe you didn't want to go because of your size. We talked about that. Places I definitely didn't want to go because of my size. But now, it feels good to be able to go into a restaurant and get a booth, where before I was adamant, like borderline triggered, scared if I got a booth, because I knew that it would be difficult for me. Between my stomach and my tatas, it just wasn't going to happen. So why put myself in that position? And then you have to go in, and you either have to talk to the people that you're with, you know, or make sure that somebody is understanding and realizes, it calls for so many different things in the mind. Of course, one of my defense mechanisms is laughter. So I would just try to laugh it through, like go to the waitress and say, look, we need a booth because my tatas, we need a table. My tatas cannot handle a booth. And I would do that separate and apart from whoever I was with. Of course, if I was with my husband, I'd tell him to get a booth. But if I was with friends or some other family members, I would just go and tell them myself, we need a booth. And pretty much people who went out with me knew, after a while, we need a table. I keep saying booth, but we need a table. Let's see. Oh, yes, the open doors. Got you. Kalemi says, I'm purposely doing more. The energy helps. I intentionally set out to have hobbies to keep me busy. Absolutely. I definitely find that, having more energy will make you do more. Absolutely. And I love the the ginger shots. The ginger, pineapple, and lemon. That really helps me with my energy, y'all. I think I saw Hydrine. Didn't you make some, or you had a juice on your live and you were going to tell us about it, but I don't think you got a chance to before y'all ended, or maybe I missed it. About a juice that you had. I think it was you. And let's see. Setting boundaries gracefully. You can love people and still outgrow them. Boundaries are not rejection, they're self-respect. How do y'all feel about this? You can love people and still outgrow them. Do you think weight loss is an outgrow? Jeez. Boundaries are not rejection, they're self-respect. Calamity, I saw you out there with the chickens, the pretty chickens. Let me get rid of this one. Let's see. Okay, you bought the ingredients and have not made it. Woo, Hadri said, yes, yes, yes. I have outgrown a few people. Wow. Wow. You can love people and still outgrow them. Boundaries are not rejection. They're self-respect. That's powerful. That's powerful. JC, boundaries are necessary. Yes. So what is that? What does a weight loss boundary look like? Of course, we know boundaries are necessary, but in the context of weight loss, What does that look like? Let's see. Arjurine says they really are. Let's see. Um, you should limit who can speak into your life. Woo! Woo, that's powerful. Yes, absolutely. I feel like you give people permission, to say certain things to a certain degree. Now, listen, we're on YouTube, so if you have a live chat, you might be open to anything that a person might say, and you can choose to take it in or not. So we have to be careful with that. Let's see. Kenny K says, I feel better when I'm up and moving, getting in my steps, getting my heart rate up. Yes, that's exactly what my nurse practitioner wants me to do. She's like, I need you to get your heart rate up. Harjurine says, those wanting you to go out and eat all the time. That's good. That's a good one. That's a good one. Felicia says, absolutely. I've outgrown my friends who don't want to lose weight. They believe in the body positive moment. Felicia, woo, that is so true. The body positive moment. Yes. And that's, listen, that's a whole TikTok movement, body positive. And don't get me started on that. Don't get me started, okay? That I can look good no matter what I have on, no matter how it looks. No, that's absolutely not true. It is not true. And I'm not going to let social media or the devil make me believe that no matter what I put on, I'm going to look good. No, I can't do it. And I'm older, y'all. I'm older, okay? I'm older. Let's see. Help you sabotage your journey. Absolutely. Absolutely. JC, what profound words. Grateful for my village. Yes, yes, absolutely. I don't think the girls were trying to sabotage me by buying me cupcakes. What y'all think? They're going to get me. They're going to get me. Let's see. JC said that I asked where we're going out to eat. Okay, then I asked where we're going out to eat, and if it's not a menu that works with me, I don't go or we change location. Very good, very good. But you got to be bold to do that. You have to be bold. You have to really have that self care, that self preservation, to be able to say no. I don't. And be able, like you said, to look at the menu. You know, because some people might be like, well, I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want anybody to just, have to go somewhere because of me. But hey, that's something to think about. I love that, Calamity Jane. You can be body positive, but if it's harming your health, how positive can you be? Yeah, see, yeah, that whole body positive, that's out of my age range. That whole body positive thing, I can't handle it. I cannot handle it. You know, mm-mm, I can't handle it. I mean, of course, and y'all know I'm a believer of loving yourself no matter what size you are. You love yourself, but it's still, you still have to be mindful of. I mean, there's no need of playing games with our own minds, and this is, I'm not preaching to the choir. I'm just saying, for any young people that might watch, I no need to play it and saying, you know, look, the old folks, you say you can lie to everybody else. Don't lie to yourself. Okay, don't lie to yourself. You can lie to everybody else. Don't lie to yourself. Clemmy Jane says, like someone wanted me to do a family style meal, and I was adamant I was going to have my soup and Capri salad, and that's it. Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Now we're having a dinner on Sunday. We're having a dinner celebrating my birthday. But honey, well, we're having baked chicken. Now the menu is slightly changing a little bit. Y'all know, that chicken, me and that chicken. But they're having baked chicken. They may add fried chicken. Or my girls love to cook. They were raised in church, so they used to cooking for a lot of people, and they just love to cook. So baked chicken, string beans. It's a traditional church dinner. Mac and cheese, sweet potatoes, and a salad. Okay. So yeah, y'all pray for me. Blue True is in the building. How are you? How are you? And you do have to compensate. Like, again, I want my journey to be as authentic as possible because I absolutely know that I'm going to lose 100 pounds. I don't have any doubts or reservations about that. I was nervous in the beginning because I didn't know if this medication would work for me. I'm seeing it work for so many people, but now that I see it working and I see how it works, then I say to myself, "Oh yeah, I could do this. I got this." Now it may not be in the time frame, a particular time frame, but I don't have any doubts or reservations about me losing the weight. But I am comfortable with showing people that it is a journey and it is a mindset. Um, a weight loss growth mindset for real, and that changes, that happens gradually because old habits die hard, but like, if I eat a Sunday dinner, then maybe the next day I might only eat one meal for that day. Just like yesterday, what was yesterday? I made tuna. That was the only thing I had that day as far as a meal was concerned. I had a tuna sandwich. And then today I had the other half of that tuna sandwich. I mean, not the other half, the rest of that tuna. I made another sandwich today for my lunch/dinner. Last night I had a half a protein bar because I was hungry, but I didn't want to go eat a lot of food, regardless of what kind it was. I was just like, I had a protein bar in my purse. I just nibbled on half of that. And that was that. So for me, if I overeat one day, I will compensate the next day, you know? All right, let's see. Harjareen said, nope. Nope. Yeah. To Calamity. I'm sure that's to Calamity Jane. Yeah. So you were adamant about what you're going to have. Yes. That's good. And that's good advice. That's a good perspective. All of it. And it's that part. That is the part. We need to be healthy at any size. Yeah, we absolutely do. We absolutely need to be healthy at any size, and we need to be health conscious at any, of we need to be health conscious no matter how big we are, and it is a process. And it does, when your mind shifts and changes, it's like we said previously, it's hard for people to see and understand because they still remember the old you. But once you get that mind shift and that change of heart and change of mind, you just step into a whole new dialogue, a whole new conversation. You step into it. And sometimes, people are like, well, who do you think you are? You just lost a few pounds. But still, that means your mind has shifted. And so that's going to help you continue on that journey. Absolutely. That's why I say I don't have any doubts or reservations that I'm going to lose 100 pounds. None whatsoever. Reflection, and then we're done here. What habits or people support your growth? What part of my old life do I still mourn? We talked about that. And how can I celebrate the person I'm becoming? How can I celebrate the person I'm becoming? That's powerful. How can I celebrate the person I'm becoming? Let's see. Thank you, Blue True. I appreciate you so, so much. Thank you so much. Let's see. Harjameen says, yes. Okay, I read that part. Felicia says, right to Harjareen. Calamity Jane says, we need to get Hermione's baked chicken recipe. Okay, yes. Yeah, because we're doing baked chicken, and that's coming from Sam's Club. You cannot beat Sam's Club. I don't know how much y'all chickens are, but Sam's Club has those $5 rotisserie chickens, $4.99. We're getting about 8 of those. Yeah, and cutting them up. You can't beat that. Nobody has to cook. Now, if they want fried chicken, they'll have to cook it. Uh, I'll see if she ever posted it. Okay. Uh, Kim J says, I'm eating a tuna low carb wrap right now. Yummy to my tummy. I saw you ate tuna for lunch yesterday. Yes, I made a tuna and I put it on the wheat bread. That wheat bread is not bad. It's about 10 net carbs per slice. And like I said, I made the same thing today. I had the other half. I, I was like, oh, I hope nobody ate my tuna, but I won't eat dinner. You have to, like I say, try to compensate. And if I up and say I'm gonna eat 1 meal a day, then my body, my brain will be like, oh, you're hungry, you're hungry, you're hungry. So you have to just try to find ways to compensate. Let's see. I missed them. JC says, I think we celebrate ourselves here. I think we joke with ourselves and our stillness and our silliness. I can't see my eyes. Silliness. And enjoy living. Yes, yes, I absolutely agree. We do celebrate. This is a community and this is a celebration. This is, this is like the girlfriends, the people getting together, talking, sharing. I've been on YouTube a long time, but I do love and appreciate this community. I'm really very grateful to it because, you know, you're not alone, and the things that people share are very enlightening. And just again, the weight loss community in general, because there's still some people that I've come in contact with through YouTube that are not on GLP-1s. Blue True. I need to interview you one day, Blue True. Blue True is like, she's on it, and she's older than I am. And so you know, I give her full permission to help me in any aspect of this journey because she's done it, and so I just think it's a very helpful community. I have tuna waiting for me to eat tomorrow. Yes, I agree. I agree, Harjarine. I agree. But like, it's still like Kendi K. Kendi K is not on the GLP-1. She's on the weight loss journey, but still very helpful, still very supportive. Like I say, there are people who are, just the weight loss community in general. And I think that's because we know weight loss is difficult. Let's face it, it's not an easy thing to do. You know, Calamity Jane says she was at 150. I was at 175 with my first marriage, and coming out of that marriage, I was 300 pounds. And it didn't have anything to do, it didn't have anything to do with the weight, but I'm just saying in general, if it was easy, then everybody would be able to do it. Let's see. Kim J says, definitely enjoying my sweet, healthy life. Yes. Yes. Calamity says, I've never seen anything like this community. It's amazing. I know that Kim J is going to educate and make sure we have a good time and laugh. Yes. Harjarine is going to give that look and keep us in line. That is good. That's good. Yes, Kim J. Kim J, they've seen a side of you. Let's see. They said Kim J is going to educate and make sure we have a good time. Yes. Harjarine, they've seen a side of you that I haven't seen. Keep us in line. Yes, thank God. Yes, thank God for the community. Yeah, I can't stand autocorrect either. I get it. Oops, I missed Blue True. Blue True says, thank you, sweetie. I'm still on a mission to get to Wonderland. Less than 20 pounds to go. Yes, yes, indeed. Oh, I appreciate you so, so, so much. So, so, so much. I really do. Because it just goes to show no matter what age you are, you can still be on this weight loss journey and better, make better health decisions. And that's what it is for me, making better health decisions and being conscious of that. Of course, it is the weight loss aspect too, but it's the weight loss because you want to be healthy. When you get my age, I am in my 60s. Today is my birthday. I'm going to tell y'all, but don't tell nobody, okay? I turned 67 today. Oh my God. I would never tell my age, never tell my weight. But yeah, so like when you start getting in your 60s, maybe sooner, I don't know, you start thinking about your health and thinking about like, you know, I don't want to have my girls, try to take care of me because of my health and my age. You know, it's one thing to be older, but it's another thing to be older and not healthy. You could be older where you don't, I know plenty of older people like in their 80s who are self-sufficient, self-reliant. They don't have to have anybody come and take care of them. Of course, family comes and checks on them and stuff like that. But you want to be mindful. I know I do. Like, you got to get your health together because you don't want to have to be depending on anybody for health reasons, okay? To take care of you. It's a tough world out here. Trying to tell y'all what y'all know. It's tough out here. So you got to think about that in terms of health. And I know people have friends, people have family, that would take care of them. People have spouses that would take care of them. But you do have to be mindful. The question is, would you want them to? you know, because of something that I could have prevented or could have helped. Woo, let me get back up here in the chat. Let me get back up here. I don't want to miss anything. Calamity Jane says, Low Carb Queen, you remind us of family and making sure we feel blessed. Thank you. Felicia is going to make us think and reflect. Yes. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, be grateful. Listen, have a grateful life. A great gratitude gets you a long way. And I mean, it's you know, um, smiling, laughter, that's science too. You know, all of that. Kendi K, let's see. JC says, and Kendi K is going to make sure we all do all of this and make that money. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. She's going to give us all the YouTube tips. Kim J says, no, you Jane, you be spitting out. Yes, those scientific facts. I love it too because I'm a data person. When Calamity Jane came out the gate saying, look, I've been type 1, I think it's type 1 diabetes. I've been doing this since I was 14 years old. Yeah, da, 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 da. And she started running it down. I was like, wow, who knew behind the chicken logo there was like this person? My goodness. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Calamity Jane, beautiful 67. I don't think any of us look like our government age. Absolutely. 67 is the new 50. Okay. It's the new 50. Okay. Kids keep you young too. Young people keep you young. Calamity Jane says, Kim J, oh, it's a bad habit. My old boss told me. When people ask you the time, you tell them how the clock is made. That is funny. Woo! Oh, I love it. I love it. Blue True says, our health is our wealth. You got that right. You got that for real. That's the real health right there. Harjurine says, yes, she agrees. Our health is our wealth. Michelle says it too. Our health is our wealth. It absolutely is. It is our wealth. You have to, and you as you get older, like I said, you think about those things. You want to be healthy. You absolutely want to be healthy. I wish I would have done it sooner, but I'm here. Sooner better than later, and better late than never. How about that? Guys, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have hung out with me. I don't want to take up all your time on a Wednesday night. I have had a wonderful birthday. Thank y'all so much for the gifts. Really heart touching. It says a lot. I appreciate y'all so much. You have no idea. I really do because it's a community. People that we've never physically laid eyes on, but are touching each other's heart, providing information. It's a biggie. We got to do a meet and greet. We got to do a get together somewhere between Texas, the UK, and the southern states, and then we got to bring it all together. Maybe we'll plan for something 2026. I don't know, but yeah, it's amazing, and so I'm very appreciative. Let's see my last comments, Michelle. You need to give us self care challenge. You need to give us a challenge next week, Michelle. Michelle. Oh, she gets her self care in. Okay, she gets her self care in. Kim J. If I could remember all that stuff, honey. Harjarine said, enjoy your birthday. Thank you so much, Harjarine. You are a gem. I appreciate you. Riding that bike. That is so cool. I saw you riding it, Dawn. We both give it, but my brain doesn't don't always be braining. Where the cliff notes? Yes. I know autocorrect is horrible, Kim J. I get it. I do that with my kids all the time. They laugh at me. I get it. Calamity Jane says, "Ha, Kim J. You and I can be like that Key and Peele skit with Obama and Luther." Oh my God. Yes. I didn't do a challenge, but I have challenged my own self to exercise every day this week. So far, so good. This is hump day. I got to do 20 minutes before I go to bed. Guys, I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all have blessed me tremendously being in here and just in general. And then the gifts. I appreciate every single gift. Y'all are wonderful. I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to get on out the way. I've got one more day. Tomorrow is my Friday. I know it's not Friday, but it's my Friday. So y'all be blessed. Low carb journey, low carb life with the low carb queen. Remember, every single day is a new beginning. We can start again. Bye-bye.